Hello, everyone, and welcome again to today's broadcast on Politics Today. This is your number one unofficial spokesperson of the Obi-Datti campaign. We're going to go into today's broadcast quickly. Yesterday, I talked to you about what the prophets are saying, what the prophecies are saying. That's one of the scriptures I mentioned off heart, and I needed to verify that scripture, so I'm going to go touch on it quickly. That's the book of Deuteronomy 33, but the main scripture was actually from Genesis, from the man himself, the man Jacob himself. Now, Moses just reaffirmed what Jacob said, um, in not in so many words, but the original word came from the man himself, from Jacob himself. So we're gonna go read that and see what Jacob said about Judah. All right, so let's just go quickly into that without much ado. All right. So in Genesis chapter 49, when Jacob was blessing his children before he left, before he died, listen to what he said. He said, "Judah, your brothers will praise you. Your hand will be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's sons will bow down to you. You are a lion's cub, Judah. You return from the prey, my son. Like a lion, he crouches and lies down, like a lioness who dares to rouse him. The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until he whom it belongs shall come, and the obedience of the nations shall be his." This is not by chance. I know this is the right spelling of obedience, and we're using it in our own campaign, but the obedience of the nations shall be his. This is what it is. This prophecy is coming to fulfillment in this election. The obedience of the nations. We are coming out en masse and we are endorsing the obedient movement, or the obedience movement, if you will. Now, let's just fix that error yesterday in Deuteronomy 33, when Moses was talking about Judah. He says, "And this is said about Judah. Hear, Lord, the cry of Judah. Bring him to his people. With his own hands, he defends his cause. Oh, be his help against his foes." This prayer, this prophecy could not be more accurate than now. We need all the help we can get from the heavenly host against our foes, because the enemies are many. And you've seen some prophecies talking about evil spirits or people with masks or spirit with masks trying to take over the nation. We need God to defend us, to fight for us, because right now we are fighting for the life of our nation. All right. So we've seen all the prophecies, and many of them are in our favor. Most of them in our favor. Even if you go to the polls, many of the polls are in our favor, saying that we're going to win and all that, which is great. But these things, let's just go to the polls quickly. So the first poll here is saying that Obi is going to come with a 41% majority. But there's a caveat here. It says it has to be on a high turnout scenario. So the prophecies, why they are great, why they are in our favor, we need to come out, turn out en masse, and vote. I was saying this yesterday. It is not enough to talk about the prophecies and all that. If we do not come out, we might not win. So we have to come out. And you can see some prophets, some of them are sober in their own predictions, because the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. The prophet might see one thing, but he might be interpreting it based on how he understands the people or how the people behave. Right? And all of us, we have different levels or different maturity in our prophecies. Right? If you were in Egypt, when the king had a dream of big cows and small cows eating up big cows, or with big corns and small corns, and small corns eating up big corns, who would predict that that was 7 years of famine? Who would predict that they were talking about the same thing? Right? So prophets, they see in signs and symbols, and sometimes the interpretation might vary from the reality. And over time, they grow in faith, they grow in understanding, and they begin to get the pictures. Now, polls are different from prophecies. Even though they are similar, because they are all projections, right? The future is a series of probabilities. The future are a series of probabilities. It might or it might not happen. There are things that you will do and it will turn out certain ways. Now, if you're in grade school and you're so good at math and sciences, someone can look at you and say you're probably going to be a doctor or an engineer or an astronaut or something. But if you do not keep it up, you might not be that. So they can look at the data and say, hey, this is how it's looking. And if you follow this trajectory, this is what you will be. If you do not follow that trajectory, you will not be that. You might be good at sports, at grade school or even college and university, and someone is saying this guy is going to go pro. If you drop your time at the gym or your exercise time, you might not go pro. It's just what it is. So the future are a series of probabilities. Now, what the probability is saying is that it is in our favor. There's a big chance that 41% of the people will vote for Peter Obi, which is great. This is what we want. But we need to get out the votes. If we do not vote, let me tell you what it's going to look like. Right? This is scary. If we do not go out to vote, this is what it's going to look like. And that's why I think they were trying to make sure there's low turnout in the Southeast, because that is a sure banker for the obedient movement. South, 80 something, 90 something percent, voting for Labour Party. Southeast, same. Southwest is even, fairly even. North Central is going obedient way. And then it just needs to get, up to the 25% in 24 states. And that is locked down. So what they're trying to do is to make sure that there's no vote in the Southeast region. That's 6 states. So out of the 36, you're removing 6 out of the equation. And then that reduces your chance, because that's a big block going the obedient way. And that's why we must resist Simon Ekpa and his cohorts. We're going to come out, we're going to vote. I was listening to someone, even though I haven't heard it from him before, but he made a lot of sense. He says that the IPOB movement, they only talk about election boycotts, but they never talk about election not holding. So we have to be careful with these guys. So even if someone says they don't want to come out to vote, that's their business. But let the people that want to come out to vote. So we must vote in that block. South is going Labour Party or obedient way. Southeast obedient way. Southwest evenly divided. North Central obedient way. Then you come to Northeast and Northwest. So if we just get some states there, and we should get some states there. Kaduna for one, Jos. I think Jos is North Central, but Kaduna, we should get Kaduna, and we should get other states there. So once we get 25%, we don't even have to win everything. Once we get the 25% in 24 states, we are good to go. But we need to come out en masse. The scenario that gives us the victory, because we are the ones running through Obi and Datti. So the scenario that gives us the victory is that we come out en masse and vote. We must come out and vote massively. All right, so let's just look at some of the other polls, what they're saying. Let's go here. So this one is the Nextier poll. They were saying that the next Nigerian presidential election will hold. Yes, of course. If that election holds today, which party would you vote? 37% of the people say they're going to vote for Labour Party. This is huge. So let's make sure this happens, right? And the way it happens is that we must come out en masse and vote. You can go down and look at the different states, how they projected, how it was projected they will vote, even FCT. So let's just run through some of them quickly. We'll just run through some of them. Let's see if we get 24. Let's see if we get 24. So Jigawa goes APC, Kano, NNPP, Kaduna, APC. We are at 22%. So we need to come out. Kaduna, we need to come out and give us 25%, right? So let's go Katsina. We have 25%. Katsina, so one down. This is the Northwest region. KB, we don't have a path there. So obedient movement, let's do something. Sokoto, we don't have a path. Zamfara, we don't have a path. So we have one state in the Northwest, that's Katsina. Kaduna is close, so I won't keep it far away from us. We can push and get Kaduna. Let's get Kaduna. This is Datti's domain. Let's get Kaduna. Okay, let's get Kaduna there. Now let's go to Northeast. We have Adamawa in northeast, yeah. Okay, we don't have Bauchi, we don't have Borno. How about Gombeno? How about Taraba? We're close. Let's push and get Taraba. And Yobe, we don't have a path. So we have 4 states there. Let's go to North Central. Benue, we got it. Kogi, we got it. Kwara, we got it. Plateau, we got it. Nasarawa, we got it. And so far we have nine states. Only Niger State we don't have. We don't have Niger States. Let's push. Obida movement. Let's push. Let's push. Let's push. Abuja, we got Abuja lockdown. All right, so that's 10. Let's go, or you can keep it at 9 and Abuja will be extra 9. Let's go to Southwest. Ekiti, we got it. That's 10. Lagos, we got it. 11. Ogun, we got it. 12. Ondo, we are 24%. Let's push. Let's push. We have to get Ondo to make it 13. Oshun, we're not there yet, but we can push and get there. So I'm gonna leave it out. So 13. Oyo is 36%. So that's a 14 right there. 14, we got Oyo 14. So let's go to Southeast. So Abia 15, Anambra 16, Ebonyi 17, Imo 18, Enugu 19. All right. So South Akwa Ibom 20, Bayelsa 21, Cross River 22, Rivers 23, Edo 24, Delta 25. So we got 25 states so far. And then when you add Abuja, and then we can push and get Oshun. I think we can get Oshun. So let's push. We're close. We actually have 24 states already. So we just have to keep the momentum going and just get more states. So let's do that. That's all we need. And then when we do the needful, when we come out en masse, we're gonna win this. Let's not let them disenfranchise us, because what they're trying to do is to take away this block, because the whole of Southeast is Labour Party, all 6 states, and even South, all 6 of them. Then when you go Southwest, let's see what Southwest looks like. Southwest is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them goes Labour Party, and then 2, Ondo and Oshun, we are second. So let's get this. Let's get this. All right, let's lock this down. Right. So we must lock this down by all means. Now look at what this other side says. Although Labour Party secured the highest voter preference, the elections may be decided in a second round runoff. We don't want to go to second round. Let's just win this massively, right? We need to get 30 million. We need to get 30 million votes. Whoever is going to win this has to get 30 million votes. That's the way you get victory. We must get 30 million. The person that wins this 2023 presidential election gets 30 million votes. Let's make that happen. And we're not going to allow rigging to occur. It seems that EFCC is in cahoot with the presidency. They do not want rigging to occur, because I listened to Bauer today and he was saying that after the elections, all the printed money, all the printed cash will be made available. So they are doing this on purpose to stop these money bags, these guys that go around buying votes. So this is a good thing. This is, blessing in disguise. The current problem we're going through is blessing in disguise. Okay, this is what they call in the scriptures present light affliction. Present light affliction. Apparently, you cannot join 2 words like present and light into one. I tried doing that, it didn't work. So, but present light affliction. What we're going through right now is a light affliction. It's a little one. That will burst. It's like the travel that comes upon a woman when she's about to put to bed. This is what is happening right now. We are in that labor room. We are in that labor room with Labour Party. Let's push. Let's push and get across the line. All right, let's get across the line, and all these pains will be gone. It will be a thing of the past, and hopefully we'll get our nation back right on track. Okay, we must vote right this time around. When you vote, please fold the ballot in the middle. So when you vote, make sure that the party logo is on one side and your thumbprint or fingerprint is on the other side, and you fold them to face each other. Don't fold it top down, fold it left to right or right to left. Okay, so that the ink doesn't touch any other white box, right? You want to vote for human beings, mama, papa, pekin. All right, let's get this done. Right, the scepter shall not depart from Judah. This is always the plan. The scepter shall not depart from Judah. The way it comes to Judah is that you come out en masse and vote. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Okay, let's get it right in this election cycle. You know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let us get the word out there. Talk to someone, tell them to vote. Tell them to vote right. You see what these guys are doing, how they are trying to disenfranchise people. From Anambra State, we saw thousands, if not millions, of PVCs that were dumped in the bush that hunters had to find. And thankfully, they are now sharing it to the owners, I heard. And then only one party came out and said, why didn't they give it back to INEC? When INEC were the ones that had them in position before. And it found a way, found legs and wings, and flew into the bush. And you want them to return it to INEC. Who does that? All right, so let's get this right this time around. Okay, we must get it right, and Nigeria will be returned back to normal. Right, all our prayers, we have prayed so hard, we fasted so much, and we've believed. Let us vote according to our prayer. Who do we think has the best plan to deliver this nation, to bring us back on track? We see so many endorsements coming. ADC just joined, Labour Party. They were saying they didn't have enough agents in all the polling stations. There are 170 something thousand polling stations, blah blah blah. But ADC just joined and makes Labour Party to have the biggest number of agents whatsoever. So God is doing His work. All right, God is helping us. We just have to do our own. He has delivered the tool in our hands. We just need to take that PVC, do our beavers verification, and thumbprint in the right place, and get our country and our nation back. All right. They say we have a country, we do not have a nation. Peter Obi said we have a country, but we have Nigeria, but we don't have Nigerians. So whatever semantic we want to use, let's get a nation back that we all be proud of, to say I am a Nigerian. And as Obi and Datti are telling us, in 5 years, nobody would like to tell you, I'm from the east or west or north or south, but they will tell you I'm Nigerian. People can tell you where they live. They can say I live in the east or west or north, but saying I am Igbo outside Yoruba will be a thing of the past. That's where we want to get to. Right, in the US, you talk about the East Coast and South and West Coast and all that, but they are all proud to say we are citizens of the United States of America. That's what we want to be. We want it to be in Nigeria. We want to be proud citizens of the United Ethnic Nationalities of Africa, which is Nigeria. That's what we are. We are ethnic nationalities, different ethnic nationalities that are living together in that piece of land called Niger area. Let us, come out with our full chest, like we say in Nigeria, with boldness and say, yes, I am a member of this United Ethnic Nationalities. All right, let's do it. Let's do it in this poll. Right, like, share, subscribe, and leave your comment. Again, your number one unofficial spokesperson of the Obi-Datti campaign. We have just 2 days to go. This is the 23rd. We have the 24th, and then on the 25th, we'll be going down. It will be going down on the 25th, and we'll be calling the result as they are being announced live. All right. So see you then. Do the right thing. Bye-bye. And by the right thing, I mean, make sure you vote